exciting news, and I just want to tell you before you get into this reading, Snipfeed, my BioLink page provider, and Planoly, which is an awesome application that allows you to schedule all of your content, are joining forces. So now you have access to Planoly when you sign up for Snipfeed, which you can do at turnedintarot.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom to create a page like this and sign up using my code Pearls Prayers. That code will get you 6 weeks free. And right now, because Planoly and Snipfeed have joined forces, all of the transaction fees are taken away. So no transaction fees, zero transaction fees on Snipfeed right now. So take advantage of that today. Hello, it is me, Pearl, from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned in Tarot. And we're here to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy inside of self, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others and in our external environment. And if we want to see change, we do need to shift and change the energy within. And that is what we are doing today in this Show Me the Money reading, which is a reading where we look at our career and finances and all of the things surrounding that. And I'm going to use the energy of the full moon to give us some insight into what's really transforming for us in terms of money and finances. I've pulled the top and the bottom of the deck too, just to give us an overall assessment of the situation with finances for the week ahead. You may or may not fall into this collective, so this is a good way for you to know if this is like really a reading for you or not. I'm using the Mystic Mondays for the Divine Masculine Headspace, and I am using the Star Spinner Tarot for the Divine Feminine Heart Space. And let us begin telling the story. Okay, so Divine Masculine Headspace first, we have this Knight of Wands energy. So the overall energy with money right now is, honestly, maybe it doesn't feel this way, but there's something exciting about it. It may be coming in bursts, like a little here, a little there. It's not consistent, but I feel like larger and larger sums are more likely and or more believable for you or something. But there's also like a fire under your ass in terms of like, I need to get things moving. I need to get things going. That's something that's coming up. And then we have here the Two of Wands, which is the energy of having asked for something and feeling restless because you're like strategizing and planning. Like for me, this is like money making schemes, money making ideas. Somebody who's like trying to come up with the next quickest, fastest way just to make a little cash. There's something a little frustrating about the energy, I feel. So maybe this is how you always feel, like you're constantly having to try to figure out how do you get your next meal, kind of a thing. And it feels like you've been waiting a very long time. There may be a lot of parallels in your experiences with money and in your experience with relationships or connections, like hot and cold energy with money, hot and cold energy in relationships. Fear of commitment in relationships, fear of commitment, or not being able to keep commitments that you've made financially, car payments, car insurance, those kinds of things may have been a problem for you. And there's this feeling that you have almost like a childish sort of just wishing that this could change kind of going on. Just really just being like, please just help me to change this. And surrendering to the journey with money too, and just being like, this is what it is, like it is what it is, and I put it in your hands, and like ask for a little bit of intervention from a higher power in this matter. Next up, we have what is something that's supporting this energy, that's supporting you this week in terms of finances. We see the Princess of Wands or the Page of Wands, and then the World card, which is a card about completion, things coming together, things finally falling into place. We've got a new, fresh, adventurous energy from the Page of Wands, a willingness to start somewhere, start with a fresh idea or a new idea, and also putting immaturity with money, putting inconsistency with money, inefficiency, like a naivete to bed, like ending that. But I feel like a new adventure is coming in terms of money, something that you've not experienced before. And you're going to be sitting pretty, is my feeling from this world card. Like, I just see you sitting pretty in this energy. All right, let's look at what is transforming here. I have this full moon in Scorpio reading that I want to use. And the first question is, what is the energy of the full moon? So for the masculine energy, what is the energy in finances? For the energy of this full moon, we have the Temperance card, which is showing that there's a balancing out, there's a peace, there's a healing energy, a divine intervention energy. The mind is coming to a peaceful rest. This is also a card of alchemy, so things happening, money ideas, content that's already been created, adding up to something much larger. In the divine feminine energy, the heart space, we have the Two of Pentacles, which is this feeling of change. Again, look at the balancing energy we have and leaning in the same direction. So there's been something that's been going back and forth, and now we're finally going to come to this peaceful rest. I'm getting a sense that the full moon energy is really bringing about any resistance you've had to changing how you've been doing things. It's like peacefully surrendering that resistance. The divine is helping soften you so that you can actually open up to receive the abundance that you have been trying to create with all of your planning and strategizing and all of that stuff that's been going on. So what hidden or repressed feelings are rising to the surface surrounding money, career, finance?